Everybody, welcome to this session all about the next cycle that you need to be focused on. You completed something if you were drawn here, and you're going to find out today exactly what it was you completed and what it is time for you to focus on. Oh, excuse me. I just want to clear the space. I don't want to burn my cards down. Watch these ashes. Y'all be seeing a fire and a reading. And I want to thank everybody while we're all here together. Well, those of you that were guided here, you're meant to hear this moment of gratitude from me. Just thanking everybody for subscribing and not just watching the channel, but you guys have been actively clicking likes. You guys have been actively subscribing if you're new and joining, sharing the videos, spreading the word to others. I'm meeting so many new people. It's just been so amazing. And I just am so excited and thankful for this growth that's been taking place here in the Soul Transforming Energy Zone. And I welcome new people that are here right now. I ask that you click that subscribe now. Click that like. You're going to love this session. And let's get right into it. So this session here, we got 4 pals. You're going to choose by the picture and the object on each pile. However, each object is going to reveal what you are focused on in this next cycle. So I can't really lift up the objects for you to see, but I can show you the cards, and hopefully you'll be able to feel whether or not you are drawn towards the cards or not, and still be able to get an idea of each object. So for pile 1, we have this card. And these are not traditional tarot or oracle cards, okay? These are more used for psychology, okay? If you're drawn to that picture and this symbol of infinity is what I call them. Labradorite is the crystal, then your message is in pile 1. Pile 2, this is your card. And you have this little bunny here. I believe, oh, I'm sorry, I'm hitting my mic. I believe this bunny, I can't remember if it was a Amazonite. I'll know by the time I get up to your pile. Okay, but little bunny here, crystal. Pile 3, you have this. I had to cover their butts because YouTube is immature and does not appreciate the human body being shown nude in any way, even if it's tastefully. And this is a selenite crystal little praying Buddha. So that's pile 3. And lastly, I'm knocking things over next to me. So sorry. Sorry for all that. Okay. Pile 4. This is your card. And you have the lepidolite crystal Ankh. So I want you guys to really stop for a minute, even if you have to pause, and choose your pile by the card that draws you. Not the one that you're like, oh, that one is pretty, or that one looks nice, or that one, the one that draws you in, okay? Let's take 4 deep grounding breaths in through the mouth and out through the mouth. Breathe in. Exhale. Relax. Yeah, you completed a cycle. That's why you're here. You can relax. Take another deep breath in. Filling up with that energy of being in the present. Where you are right now is where you're meant to be. Exhale. Exhale, just knowing you are grounded and balanced and ready for the next step forward in your life. Take another breath in. Feeling that support of your ancestors, and exhale. One more time, take a deep breath in. And exhale, relax, letting go of any worries, any stresses. Everything is going to be okay. All right. And on that note, you can pause here if you need to. I'll be right back, though, with pal number 1. Pal 1, welcome to your session. You were drawn to this picture here. And this, I'm sorry, was it too close? And this card is going to be read last. It's a part of your advice. So I'm going to put this to the side. You're also drawn to this symbol, this labradorite. I love this crystal. This labradorite. I actually, when I got this, it was because I love spirals. You know, I'm just attracted to that energy of spirals. It could be some kind of past lifetime thing. Um, I know that my pal ones in this next cycle, I do feel like you are accumulating and using your wisdom now. It feels like I really can tell you completed a cycle. It feels like one you had to go through a lot of times. And yeah, I feel like now you're so much wiser after having completed the current cycle of whatever you had to go through. And now let's see, what are you going to be focused on in this cycle? Healing past traumas. So whatever you went through in this cycle now, you're going to be healing from those things. Okay? Very interesting. So how will your life upgrade when it comes to past traumas, dealing with healing work, or once you do the healing work here that's required? So you have the Five of Wands coming through. Oops, let me show you. We have the Five of Cups. A lot of fives, so there's definitely a sign of a huge transition. You also have the Two of Wands, the Empress, and the Wheel of Fortune. Okay. How will your life upgrade in the area of healing past traumas? Well, I do see you will free yourself from this energy here. Maybe you dealt with a lot of petty energy, a lot of people that were either argumentative energy. I'm seeing I'm also getting like maybe even false friendships, many things that left you disappointed, many people that left you behind, you feel like. Um take what resonates, but they are showing that there is trauma that you will be healing and focusing on now, okay? With the Two of Wands here, it's letting me know that you might find that through doing this work, this healing work of these past traumas, you find you're free to move. Maybe you've been feeling stagnant, as if you can't move forward. You can't go towards the things and the goals that you've had your mind and heart set on. Um, through healing this these issues from your last cycle, you will find that your ability to travel, to go after your passions, is going to feel like it's opened up again to you. It's just interesting how this feels like a continuation, and they're from two different suits. The cups, they're showing birds flying away, and in the Two of Wands, they're showing birds flying. So there is some serious room for you to travel to heal. I hear maybe going on a retreat is going to really up level you, or joining some kind of workshop that you have to actually go to attend, is going to really bring a huge transformation for you and cause you to really focus on self-care, love, and nurturing. And I see someone coming into your life soon who is going to either influence, inspire you to do that, or be a big help in you starting to focus on your own well-being. And that's going to lead you to clear karma. Okay? Karma will be cleared. You're going to find that things start to flow a lot more smoothly, where you felt like you were stagnant when it comes to healing past trauma. Okay? So, what's been healed in the last cycle of your life? What did you actually heal during these things that were happening and going on? You still can heal while also going through traumas. There's just other aspects of your life that you're healing. So, I'm sorry, I had them up the right way. So you healed where you might have not trusted. And that makes sense. Didn't I say people that were petty, people that would say one thing and leave you, or just leave you disappointed, leave you alone, leave you hanging? Um, you did heal at the end of this cycle that issue with trusting that you're being guided, trusted. I feel like trust not in people, but trust in the spirit realm. You might have felt a disconnect at one point from the spirit realm because of things you went through. You might felt like you were left alone, that you really did that, your guides didn't have your back. During your last cycle completion, you realize that that's not true. And I do feel like you have healed that issue of not trusting, all right, your guides. You have friendships. Yeah, didn't I say it looked like you had issues dealing with people like just disappointing you and starting stuff and argumentative energy. You may have found that before you really didn't trust people. So I guess where I said just your guides, it's also you were also able to heal where maybe you had lost hope in certain friendships. Maybe you rekindled old bonds, or you just were open to new friendships where at one point you were not. What else did you work on this last cycle? Mother. So, for many of you, you may have had mother wounds, issues with your mom, where you might have felt like either issues with your mom, or issues being a mom. And it does feel like that you completed that cycle in the last cycle. You have not necessarily fully healed in that area, I'm hearing, but you recognize that there is some healing work that needs to be done there. So that is very, very, very good to even start to do that, because that has a huge hit on the heart chakra. When you have mother issues, that's where you start to not take care of yourself and nurture yourself, because maybe you weren't nurtured in that way, or mothered in that way. Take what resonates. And lastly, alchemy. So you healed where during this last cycle, you started to realize, to me, what I'm getting from this, your ability to connect to your guides to create change. I feel like where at one point you just did not believe that opposites could come together to create something positive. Like a negative could be a positive and things like that. I feel like you started to realize that your energy combined with the things going on in your life has an effect, in shifting things in your life. Period. And this star is just making me think of the star card in the tarot. And I also feel like you may be a star seed, this pal. I also feel like this is a pal that at one point maybe you did not trust your guides. You were very like and now you realize you are guided and you're connected. So it does feel like you healed a lot of trust issues when it came to your spiritual guides, yourself even. Um you healed realizing where you might have been finding that maybe you had an edge to you that was attracting in argumentative or energy of people that you couldn't trust, that would always go away and leave you disappointed due to having that same feeling around issues with a mom or a very strong feminine figure in your life. Okay. It could even be just a passing of your mother could have left you feeling maybe abandoned, you know. So that's something that you're healing in the last cycle as well. All right. And you may find that during your last cycle, you made a lot of new friendships. Like, really stop and take a look, because friendship card is making me feel like you may have some new friends now that you didn't have before because you did that work on yourself. That's what you're not realizing. That's why these friends are coming in. I'm sorry if I look like I keep moving the damn cards around. I'm trying to make it so that they all could fit. All right. So the next question I asked was, what's the role you will be stepping into now? What have you become within through this work you did during this last cycle? Who are you? What are you stepping into now? We have when the ones you need fly close. This gives me the energy that you're calling in your soul tribe now. Like, and they're telling you to pay attention, that you might be right in the energy of what people you need to help you with certain things, and perhaps you're not realizing it. But I am hearing for most of you, they're showing you that this new energy that you've ushered in is one that is going to call in your soul tribe. Okay, people that are meant to help you um as you go through this next cycle of healing past trauma. So you may find a teacher appears. As they say, the teacher appears when the student is ready. Okay. You also have when it's time to say goodbye. So you are actually stepping into a new vibe where you are not clinging anymore. You have learned how to attach and detach. So when people go their ways, or they have to go their ways, or people disappoint you, because people ain't perfect, you're gonna run into that all the time. Well, not all the time. I'm not affirming that, but you're gonna run into that sometimes where people will disappoint you. This is letting me know that now you're in a space where you know when it's time to let go. You know when it's time to move on, and you're not going to be put into such a state of disarray when the time, or if the time does come for you to have to do that in any of your relationships. Okay. And lastly, I think I could squeeze one more here. We have, of course, it's going to, oh no, there we go. It says, all the magic everywhere. I love this card. I'm going to actually go in the book so that you can hear exactly what they say about this card. Crystals move over. So let me more room. Yeah, all my crystals all over my desk, taking up all this room. Okay, so hopefully you can see everything. And let me get the book. So this is the Dream Weavers Oracle that this card is from. And let me see, it's number 14. There we go. So the meaning of this card is abundance. That's why I wanted to go to the book, because I wanted you to hear exactly how it's written, because literally that's where I was guided to. And it says abundance, prosperous potential, being responsible. So what they want you to know is that the law of abundance is operating in your life right now. That's the energy you stepped into. You're in a time of great potential and possibilities, as if everything you've been working for, wishing for, or hoping for is being brought to you in this moment. Synchronicities are everywhere if you're open and pay attention. This is your time to fully immerse yourself in the beauty of your life while trusting that all your needs will be met. So ask yourself, what do you need to believe for you to receive all the riches you deserve? Can you take a moment to define what abundance means to you? Is it financial prosperity, love, good health, or creative achievement? Be careful what you wish for, because now is the time for dreams to come true. All the magic everywhere is yours to experience. That's what you are stepping into now. You're stepping into an energy where you just know that you can manifest what you want, and it's going to be available to you, that magical energy now. So make sure you keep your mind in the right mindset, you keep your mouth saying the right things, and you use that magic to the best of you, for your betterment and the betterment of this world. So what's your advice for the focus of your new cycle? What else? What's your final advice? Well, you got this card, and this is the last one. Oh, wow. Hmm. So my pal ones, pay attention to the moon cycles. This pal, the full moon will have huge effects on you. I'm also hearing for this cycle, this healing past traumas, do a lot of healing work when there's a full moon. That's a good time for you. It'll illuminate where you still need to do some work. Um, they want you to know to focus on the fact that in spite of what you've gone through, you're still like amazing. You're still beautiful. You're still standing. And that's what they're giving me with this. Like, you still blossomed. You still grew. You're still doing you. And that's their advice for you during this new cycle is to know that healing doesn't mean you have to be like all bashed up, beat up to require healing. You could still be a strong and vibrant energy. You could still be focused and going after your goals. However, the thing is, being able to stay focused on growth, focused on whatever it is that's for your improvement, and not focusing on everything around you all of the time. That's why for you, sometimes it might be good to be alone, to go into solitude during this time. People might find that you like to spend a lot of time to yourself at this time, and it's because you need to. It's time for you to nurture you, heal from what you went through and completed in this last cycle, and watch those that you need in order to make these changes. Oh, sorry, hit my arm. To make these changes, they're going to come to you. You're calling your soul tribe. All the magic everywhere right now is yours. So use it to your best ability. Congratulations, you completed a cycle, and welcome to your new cycle of healing past trauma. With the labradorite stone here too, know that you're being protected at this time in order to do this healing work. So if you need to pull your energy back and people have a problem with it, don't worry about that. Take care of you, Emperor or Empress. Nurture yourself, okay? I hope that this reading resonated. This is what I have for you, my pal ones. If you love this reading, give me a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed already and you're new here, please remember to subscribe so that you can always know when I'm putting out some new sessions that you possibly need. And read the description, tells you about all the other ways that we could vibe, my other platforms, workshops, and book a personal reading so that you can get more clarity. I'm sending you so much light and love on your journey. Peace, blessings, and all the goodies that come from being a part of this family of light. And I'll be back with Pile 2. See ya. Hey, Pile 2. You were drawn to this bunny, and it is not a Amazonite. I'm going to tell you that now. By the time this video is being posted, I will have what the crystal is. It'll show up somewhere around here, okay? But and it'll also have a little bit more information about what that means. But I'm gonna tell you now, just by being drawn to the bunny, um, there's some lucky energy coming into this new cycle that you're going into. I feel like you've been waiting for it. This bunny gives me the feeling of, like, I'm waiting. I'm ready to go. And they go fast. They're pretty quick. This luck has been waiting. This energy feels like it's been waiting. I keep seeing Thumper, like from the Disney movie Bambi, and it's just like thump 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 with his foot on the earth. Not just connecting to the earth energy, but like impatient. So I feel like some luck is coming your way that's overdue. Um, this card is your advice, so it'll be read last. And this is what you're going to be focused on for this current cycle. And it says career growth. I'm laughing because quiet as is kept, I was drawn to PAL 2 and PAL 4. So career growth, that's okay. That's interesting. So there's some kind of luck that's already coming your way that's been waiting for you, preparing, and it's going to come in really quickly around your career. So how will your life upgrade in this area, when it comes to your career in this new cycle you're entering, that is? So you have the Six of Wands. Wow. feels like something you might have felt like you did not succeed at is going to kind of like be successful now. Four of Cups. Yeah, something that really it feels like disappointed you. Something that maybe you got bored with. Maybe you look at the industry now and you're like, oh, this just wasn't interested anymore, or I just felt like I did not get my accolades, or I'm not successful in that area. It's just some kind of energy of meh. But now it's shifting. Ace of Wands, boom, big opportunity coming in. That's what's upgrading. The opportunities that are coming your way now are like, I'm hearing like fated, destined. They were meant to come in. When you might have had the opportunity before, it wasn't the time. Look how it's like clear skies, and here it's like rainy looking. It's just giving the vibe that the energy wasn't right yet. And what's interesting is you have so many birds. It's a lot with birds. You even got birds kind of in that card. No, that's not birds. That's a dolphin fin. But we have birds here, birds here, birds here. So there's something significant with your transformation with birds. And maybe they're like there's a synchronicity of when the opportunities are going to be arising, that it may be you may see a really exotic looking bird, or a bird's going to get your attention. But yeah, major opportunities coming your way. The Emperor. Wow. You're about to be a boss. You're about to really, really, really be seen as really at the top of whatever your career goal is. And the Hermit. So it may be something spiritually based. It may be something you created yourself. Um, this pile here, you're very connected to the new moons. The last pile was full. You guys are new moon energy. So make sure when you want to do something, start your new projects and things like that, new moon energy is good for you. And starting new things around the new moon, just coming up with the idea is, good. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm suffering from menopause brain fog. So if I sound like that's why. Anyway, anyway, look at that owl there. You're going to be seen as very wise about something that a lot of people want to know about. You're going to be that beacon. It almost feels like it's something that is your own creation, or something that's your own project, or like you understand something on a higher level than others. It's just something that's going to put you in the limelight as the one to go to when it comes to something that at one point you felt like it just was not giving. But now you're going to find great success here, and a huge opportunity that's going to put you in a leadership position, that's going to have you revered. It makes me feel like you're going to be youthful when you are first offered this opportunity. And that doesn't necessarily mean like young in age, but just still in a youthful vibe. Whereas the Hermit is like the older energy to me. I feel like whatever this career is, it's going to be something that's going to be very, very, very long term. And yeah, so I'm getting something you'll be doing for a long time. You might have already been involved in it. Wow. All right. Powerful start, my pal twos. Let's keep going. Hold on. Why is my light dim? Okay. Yeah, I couldn't see it for me. It was like I had my light so low on the camera. So now let's see, what did you heal in the last cycle of your life? What did you complete that is why you are here now? Boundaries. You learned how to set up boundaries. You healed where maybe when the last cycle started, you were someone who didn't know how to say, okay, that, no, I don't want that. Or yes, I want that. You were kind of like, just open, and I'm almost hearing like, I want to say too open, too giving, but people say you can never be too giving or too kind. There's something with you that you healed from not protecting your energy. And now it feels like you have healthy boundaries set up where things are balanced. Okay. Now you've recognized where you put a lot of energy somewhere and it's not reciprocated. So you have started to set up boundaries. of what you're willing to accept and not accept. And that's cool. Oh, wow. I think you're getting a renewed look on things. Where here I said you were kind of looking at things like meh, bored, same old, same old. Here it's like a renewed look on life where you're going to be looking at things through new, fresh eyes, like innocent, almost childlike, you know? So that energy of, you learned how to heal that by renewing how you see something, not just looking at things from one perspective, but you've learned how to look at things from many different angles with fresh new eyes. It's like saying you dealt with someone or a certain situation before and you've avoided it ever since, but now you've healed to the point where you can return to a person or a situation and it will not be the same energy. Now you have a new sense of how to move through it and what comes with that and what you're willing to accept in all of that. You know what I'm saying? I hope that makes sense. I was thinking about going to the book for awe, but we'll see. Because I was reading the last card for the Dream Weavers deck, which is the next cards I'm going to use. We'll see what if I feel pushed. And you have play. There's just something about you returning to innocence. I also feel with boundaries, it also comes with career growth that you're learning like how much energy to put towards work, how much to put towards time to just play and refresh your energy, you know? Story. For me, this just makes me feel like many things. But some of you I feel like you're going to be telling a new story. You're not going to be telling that same old, oh, this didn't go right, this didn't go the way I wanted, this didn't give what I thought it was going to give. You're going to be telling a new story. And I think you've healed from the past story of I can't succeed at that. That's not going to work out. If I put my energy towards that, are people going to support? Things like that. Are people going to believe in me? You believe in you. You're telling a new story and people are listening. Well, not people, but here, you are attracting energy. But what I find very interesting is that in all the cards here, you are represented in a youthful, very youngy energy. A kid, there's two little kids down here, and a little girl with a book. So it just says to me, okay, my pal twos, you guys are healing an aspect of yourself that maybe you just at one point was wounded. You felt like you had to focus on work, otherwise you couldn't progress. You felt like, maybe you'd always have to, you'd be telling the same story of didn't get my acknowledgement, didn't get my credit, didn't get the support, didn't get the raise, the promotion. I was overlooked, the recognition. And I think now now that you've reasserted your boundaries, you're stepping back into the same arena with a fresh new energy, new eyes, new and a new mindset that I'm gonna spend some time enjoying myself and having fun. And I'm not gonna do anything that is not feeling good to me. You know what I'm saying? That's what I got there. Okay, so they're telling me to keep on going. I was gonna go to the book. All right, let me make room. This was the issue with the last pile, figuring out how to fit everything. All right. So, what's the role you'll be stepping into now? Like, who have you become? What is your energy? Could it be a dragonfly? Yeah, I'm gonna read the book for this one, but I know dragonflies represent that other dimensions a lot too. Um, yeah, let's keep going. What's the role you'll be stepping into now? What have you become? Let the fire dragon sleep. This is my dragon crew. Dragon energy. Double double. A dragonfly and then a dragon. Let the fire dragons sleep. This pile's getting very interesting cards from this deck. I'm going to have to take a look. Look-see. A deeper look. And then when the grit became a pearl. Whoo, is that what's happening to you? Because that's what I'm feeling. It's like you've been through so much, and all of that was so that you could become this pearl. All right. So I'm gonna look a little deeper into this dragon energy here, though. All right. So with the could it be a dragonfly? Seeing the meaning beyond the illusion of perception is what this card essentially means. Signs from the universe coming in all around you, being able to recognize the outer world as a living oracle. Mm. And paying attention to the signs. There's going to be signs all around you. So this time you're stepping into, there's going to be days when you notice just how in sync you are with the world. And now's the time for you to trust these signs in the world around you as a way in which the universe reflects you, witnesses you, and loves you dearly. So at this time, I'm feeling you are going to be stepping into a role where you are more intuitive and listening to your intuition and looking at the signs and synchronicities around you as your oracle. Um, yeah, and proof that the universe is watching over you. And I'm also hearing like if you even see like a dragonfly, that could also be synchronized, with a message from spirit. So you're gonna start trusting these moments more when you see synchronicities and signs happening. All right. And let the dragon sleep. The essential meaning is a warning to stay out of drama, respecting the consequences of possible dangerous outcomes, dealing with contrary people. So, what this is telling me is that you're stepping into energy now where you are not going to be dealing with people who bring drama, people who want to get you riled up and into some mess. You are avoiding those people now. You're stepping into an energy where you're not going to allow your temperament to be bothered. You're going to do what you have to do to stay peace. As I feel like maybe in the past around career issues, you've had people get you into drama. Okay? It says your weaving must remain true to the patterns you want to see more of. So that's what you're going to be doing. And the stories of your journey to be proud of. Story. Wow. If you keep to the road of your destiny and your eyes on the prize, holding space for your unique gifts, your light will be a beacon of hope for us all. This is what you are stepping into at this time. And that's why I said I feel like you're becoming a pearl. You are becoming a light, a beacon for others. That's what you're stepping into at this time. And I'll give you the essentials in case you don't believe me. I'm sure it's going to be similar to what I'm saying for this card. Okay. The essential meaning: reinvention, learning from past mistakes, which this whole reading is literally about, and surrendering to the lesson with grace and maturity. This is a time to look at how far you've come and to be mindful of opportunities, relationships, and interactions that remind you of the ones you've been through already. You know why I'm stressing that? Because just yesterday, I literally put something up on Facebook today in regards to a situation yesterday where I felt like I was repeating a friendship cycle. Somebody was reminding me of a toxic friendship I had been in the past, except this time it was that friendship on steroids. And I peeped it. I said, this person reminds me of that person. And that's when I said, am I repeating a cycle? I'm about to be in that same toxic friendship again with someone who love hates you. They love you, but they feel you're their competition and jealous of you. That type of friendship. And they're saying that now you're stepping into a place where that's what you're going to be doing. You're going to be realizing, hey, I'm repeating this. This is happening again. No, 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 no. It is not. This is a sign you've reinvented yourself. You're a new person. Whatever choice you make now, if you move forward and discover it's not for you, you can always change your mind. And that's what you know. You're not going to feel stuck in any relationships, trapped in any decisions and choices that aren't in alignment with who you have become now. And your advice, as if that wasn't enough. Advice for the focus of this new cycle, which is on career growth. You have this card. Isn't this crazy? How you get the tortoise and the hare? Yeah, my guides, I swear. So these are your two cards of advice. And what I'm feeling for you here, your advice while focusing on career growth at this time, one, I'm hearing do your own thing. You might see others looking like they're giving all this attention to this one person or this energy or this group or this uh I don't know, whatever. And you might be feeling like, hey, I'm over here and nobody's looking at my great achievements and the things that I've done. But they're saying keep your energy focused on what you're doing. You're not meant to be, they all look the same. You're not meant to be there. You're meant to be where you are doing what you do. Okay. And I'm also hearing and taking your time. You have you have time. You have time. And I'm hearing like you might have felt like you were really, really, really moving slow. As I'm hearing like you felt like things might have been going very slow when it comes to your career, where you're about to step onto the highway. Things are about to pick up speed, but you really, really have to own who you are, what it is you want to do, and not worry about anybody else and what they're doing. And also at the same time be able to see the beauty in somebody else and what they're doing in comparison to yours without feeling threatened in any way. Things are about to speed up for you. You might have felt like you was in the desert and not moving and not growing. Now your career is about to have a great boost. Wow, my pal twos. I love that for you, especially since I was drawing here too. I'm sending you, I'm not sending you light and love yet. First of all, give me a thumbs up if you like this read and this was a good read. If you're new to my channel, remember to subscribe, join the light tribe. Um, you know, join this family of light workers. We are always welcoming in new energy. Remember to read that description note. It tells you how to book a personal reading, join one of my workshops, and catch me live on some of my other platforms, Facebook and Instagram. And now I'm sending you so much light and love on your journey. Peace, blessings, and all that good stuff that comes from being a part of this family of light. And I'll be back with Pal 3. See ya. Pal 3, welcome to your session. So you were drawn to this card here. This is your advice. So it's going to be read last. And the Selenite Buddha. This may be a time of cleansing for you. Selenite is a natural cleanser. It cleanses all the crystals around it, which is why my table stays full of selenite. Even this selenite bar. And there's something about you. Either you're going to cleanse or you in during this cycle, there's a need for you to do some kind of spiritual cleanse or purge um or you're gonna find that you're really, really at peace. Maybe you did do some clearing and cleansing work. Let's see what the rest of your card says. What are you focusing on this new cycle? Spiritual work. I swear I was like, you cleanse, spiritual cleansing. This is crazy how synchronized this read has been. I really thought when I saw this card that the guides were going to align this card with your next focus being relationships. And then they put it with spiritual work. That's interesting. And then the Buddha here, it went right with it. So I think they said we are synchronized still. What you talking? So yeah. So spiritual work is going to be where you're going to be focused during this new cycle. Perhaps you were getting introduced to new forms of spirituality during this last cycle. Maybe you had a situation happen that caused you to now feel like I need to do some cleansing work. Whatever the case may be, that's what you're stepping into. You're going to be probably maybe you might find you're changing your diet, how you take care of your mental, your emotional, your physical. A lot of you might find yourself getting into workshops and classes and programs that are going to assist you with this process. But yeah, so how will your life upgrade in that area at this time? How will your life upgrade when it comes to your spiritual work? We have the Two of Swords. The Three of Cups. This pile is a moon too. Y'all give me I feel like eclipses. I don't know if I'm hearing lunar eclipses, maybe even solar. Just eclipses, even if they're partial, are very high vibe for you. Like you're gonna feel really strong energy at that time. That's a good time for you to make decisions and choices really important to your life. You have the Meraki. Hmm. The Meraki, I believe, is the World card in this deck, which literally speaks of moving into a new cycle. Okay. We have the Hierophant, spiritual. You got the High Priest coming through, and the Strength card. Hmm. So synchronized all of these piles have been so far. So I'm gonna tell you now how your life will upgrade when it comes to your spiritual work. First off, it looks like you're going to make a choice. Maybe there's been you've been torn between two spiritualities or two mindsets or whatever the case may be. You already know where you feel called, but for some reason you weren't making the moves. This last cycle you completed, you found your kindred spirit, like where you feel most at home and called. If you haven't yet, that's what's coming in now. Because with the Three of Cups, it's like friends coming, your soul family coming in and celebrating, and then a new cycle beginning. So once you choose to focus on your spirituality, you're going to see everything just fall into place. I see you doing a lot of spiritual study at this time and journaling, and perhaps maybe getting certified or getting into a position where you become a figure that is um courageously pushing or standing in this belief or spiritual foundation that you are going to be working in. I feel like it's going to take a lot of courage. It's something that your guides have chosen you for, to learn and to study and possibly even to guide others towards at this time. But it is going to take study. Don't think that this is something that you could just watch some videos. I'm hearing literally you're going to need a teacher. Somebody's going to come in and show you the way. And then the butterflies there show me that this mentor teacher is going to be a catalyst for your transformation, and you're going to feel so much more stronger connected to your to the divine and to your guides. Yeah, you're going to get an upgrade in your connection to the spirit realm. That's what's the upgrade is that's coming in. So what did you heal in the last cycle of your life though that got you to where to here now? So you have resource. Ooh, I love this picture. Mhm. I feel like you started to realize that we are one with the planet. I feel like maybe in your last cycle you were really really in an energy of lack, and maybe now that's what's been healed. I'm going to actually I didn't pull the book for this oracle deck yet, so you might be the first group. You have blind spot. No longer hiding from stuff you don't want to deal with. You've healed that. I feel like at one point there were certain things that it was just like you felt like if I don't see it, if I don't put my energy towards it, I don't have to deal with it. And I feel like you've healed that, whereas now you're facing things more head on. Ancestors. Oh, well, there's that connection that's being strengthened at this time. Whatever disconnect you might have had from your ancestors, you're now healing that wound. Even if you had issues with those who had passed on with your ancestry, maybe you felt like they didn't leave you with enough resources, or you felt a disconnect, or you weren't sure if people around you would understand your connection to your ancestors. You've healed that wound. And I do feel like this is a pile that's looked at too to do generational work, where whatever spiritual work you're doing, it's going to help generationally. So you might be someone who's meant to pass on what you learn to younger people in your family. And soul retrieval. Oof. You got a lot of deep, deep, deep healing cards. You had some serious inner child wounds, and I feel like a lot of them stem from past lifetimes that you had to heal during your last cycle. Yeah. All right. Let me take a look at resource for you. I wish this was alive. I could have asked y'all, which do you have a card that you would like to hear a little bit more about rather than just get the channeled message? So I want to read you because it's three parts. They'll tell you the invitation, the inner child, because this is from the Healing the Inner Child Oracle deck. And then it sends you to what the journey is of the card. So at resource, they're saying resting your awareness within. This is the journey. Allow yourself to arrive in the most beautiful place you have ever seen. Look around and invite your body. They're telling you that they're saying that at what you have healed is a feeling of not feeling safe. It is safe to ask and it is safe to receive. Nothing you do can make you lose my love. So it's like really realizing what a resource this world is, God is, whatever you call God, your guides, your ancestors, and reconnecting to your soul. One of the deepest resources we have is our connection to our essence. Offer yourself the gift of bowing to your own infinite wisdom. This card reminds you it is time to receive support from the resources around you and within you. We can only give what we allow ourselves to receive. So there was something with receiving you also healed during this last cycle. Maybe you struggled to allow people to help you. You struggled to receive gifts, and that also can block your blessings from coming in. Okay. Wow. This card is also saying that maybe you've been doing some writing. Some of you may have been journaling, and this journaling has assisted you in being able to answer some questions that maybe your soul really has felt it needed the answers to, like wondering why someone left. Why did somebody um come back? And it's just those things that you don't understand. It just happened. uh I'm sorry, I'm reading the book. I'm supposed to be reading it out loud. I'm reading it to myself. um but this card pretty much, it invites you to reclaim one of your exiled parts. When a trauma happens, we might send part of ourselves away, and you have healed that. Whatever part of yourself was felt traumatized, maybe felt like it could not connect to the ancestors, to the divine, didn't want to focus on certain issues, you did the work to focus on it, and you did in fact heal it. So what's the new role you'll be stepping into now? Who have you become after doing this work? And a firebird is called to soar. Dang. So you just like rebirthed yourself, my phoenix. You might have felt really like you were out for the count. And what they're showing is you now have become someone who knows how to reinvent themselves. Even if you feel like you got to pull your energy back for a minute, you know how to retrieve your soul and come back even stronger than ever. And at this time, you're in a position where now you're ready to soar. You're ready to do all the things that I feel like at one point you were afraid of. Painting joy across the sky. Mm. And all the willows know your name. There's a deep connection you have with nature, this pal. I really feel um there's something powerful about you connecting with trees, Look, boom, boom. All these trees, just a lot of tree energy in the forest here. Just getting out into nature is going to be very healing for you, especially this spring. I'm feeling like it's going to be renewing for your energy, reviving for you. I'm going to read Painting Joy Across the Sky. I don't know, the card drew my attention since I've been reading out of this book, at least one of the cards. So, painting joy across the sky essentially means joy in all forms. This is what you're stepping into. Loving life, being grateful, and sharing joy and reverence for all life. I do feel like you're going to be someone now who is going to be pushing people to maintain gratitude attitudes, noticing the beauty in their lives, even when it may be very difficult. And that may be just who you're becoming. You might not necessarily even be pushing other people. you know um Also, with all the willows know your name, it's like you're also finally gonna feel like you're being understood, and your relationships with others are going to become much more healthier, because you're going to start to feel like you're really being seen, you're really being heard. And yeah, you're going to be having healthier relationships at this time than what you've had in the past. And I feel like specifically with the spiritual realm, honestly. So, your advice for the focus of your new cycle. Wow, I have like a imitation bonsai on my desk. So, what is your advice for the focus of this new cycle? Well, for one, I feel like this is making me think resource. And I'm hearing focus on gratitude. These people have no clothes, they're in a barren land, but together they have this bird. And this bird can give them hope. Maybe they can eat. Maybe this bird was a sign or a messenger. For this bird, maybe it was wounded and they're taking it somewhere to help it or fix it. Who knows? But what I'm hearing is what you need comes to you when you need it. And this for me is just come on, this is how many trees you done gotten this now? Another tree? This is just reconfirming to me is to focus your energy on your connection to this world. Okay, your connection to this universe, this planet. Um, yeah. I do feel like you may be surprised at how you grow spiritually at this time, and how you feel like maybe you're gonna go from feeling like you don't have a lot to feeling really abundant when it comes to um spiritual blessings and gifts. You may be developing some gifts at this time you don't even realize. But just focus at this time on connecting to the universe is what I'm hearing. And number one thing I heard loudest for this pal here is to maintain an attitude of gratitude at this time, because blessings are coming your way as you are reconnecting with your guides. And this also could also symbolize the healthy relationships that you're going to be developing. So that's what I got for you, my pal threes. Beautiful reading for you guys. I hope you loved it too. If you did, give me a thumbs up. If you're new to my channel, remember to subscribe and read the description, everybody. Book yourself a personal reading. That's the only way you're going to find out how to do that is to go to go to my description. It'll tell you how to find me on my other platforms and how to join one of my upcoming workshops. And I don't know why I'm getting tongue tied right now. I need to do some throat chakra work. On that note, I'm sending y'all so much light and love in your journey. Peace, blessings, and all that amazing energy that comes from being a part of this family of light. And on that note, I'll be back with Power 4. See ya. Or I'm doing this now with an attitude because I literally read all of this already. And apparently, I thought I was recording when I actually was paused. I don't know how that happened. I was preparing to start you guys, pal. My daughter called me to do something for her. I thought I paused, but I must have pressed play because I could hear myself talking to her. And then when I came back, I thought I pressed record, and instead I pressed apparently I pressed stop. So yeah, I did not record any of this. So I'm gonna go over this again. I'm so upset because, like, I didn't get to intro your pal like I did everybody else. Um it was like the car's already here. Then at first I was like, I'm gonna put them back and just do the whole thing over. And then I was like, well, no, they're already here. You could just read them, and we could just keep it moving. All right. So that's just a heads up as to why you're probably like, why is everything already laid out? If you're even questioning that and you didn't watch any of the other piles. But if you saw the other piles, you're probably here like, whoa, why is everything already sitting out? All right. So that with that disclaimer, we're gonna get into your session now. Okay, so pal 4, welcome to your session. You were drawn to this card here, which is your advice card. So this is read last. And I swear, pal 4, your pal is so synchronized. That's probably why I didn't pay attention to that. I wasn't recording because, like, yo, literally, this is lapidolite crystal, a lapidolite crystal ankh. It is, and before I had even opened this paper, I did not realize that it said relationships. And I had explained to you guys, like, getting this lets me know that there's some kind of eternal love, maybe a past lifetime connected love that either is coming in or you're already in. It could be an intimate love or it could be a friendship, but it's something that has lasted a long time or will last through this lifetime and possibly into the afterlife. There's just something here you completed in your last cycle that is bringing in the ultimate energy of like a true love. I want to stand this up. I feel like it's gonna fall, and if it cracks, I'm gonna be pissed. Yeah. And so when I asked in this next cycle, what are you focused on? You got relationships, which makes sense. Being drawn to the lapidolite crystal, it just with the ankh energy, it made it even more powerful. So I asked next, how will your life upgrade in this area at this time? In your new cycle, how will your life upgrade when it comes to your relationships? So I'm already seeing here you healed. During this last cycle you were in, you were healing wounds from past relationships. It could have been intimate ones, it could have been friendships. You did some work, and it does feel like it might have felt like a very dark and stormy time, and like now things are starting to feel clear. So you possibly already found this person, um but or you were with them and you were still going through your traumas from past relationships and things like that. um Not even traumas, I'm not even hearing traumas, I'm hearing broken heart. Yeah, this is giving me broken heart, like people that just stabbed you through the heart. You had to heal from that. And in doing so, it brought you closer to your soulmate, to a partner that is your exact connect. You have the universe here, which is like the second world card in this deck. So I was kind of like, whoa, another world card. And then it has the symbol. I didn't even peep that before. That's a symbol for Saturn down here, which this lets me know it's a life shift coming your way, like an obstacle that's being removed. And there's that infinity symbol again with this eternal, like everlasting symbols you have in this reading. There is a new cycle that is beginning, even if you're in a relationship or a friendship with someone already, that it's going to get like a boost at this time. You got the lovers here, which I was shocked when I first flipped it over. I was like, oh my God, the lovers. So it was like just so much synchronicity. It's just confirmation that you're getting an upgrade boost at this time when it comes to your, it feels like it doesn't feel like groups. It has to be you and someone else. So it could be a really tight friendship that feels like y'all are one, or it's going to be a love, intimate relationship that really just feels like you're one with this person. You grow with this person. This person brings change in you and you do in them for the good. But in them, you see you, in you, they see themselves. And you all have gone through a lot, you both. And still, with this lotus energy, it always makes me feel like something beautiful growing out of muck. And maybe this relationship or friendship began at the time when you were still healing and processing past heartache, because it still blossomed beautifully. And with the chariot, yeah, it makes me feel like this is a relationship that's here or is coming in within the next few days, 2 to 3 days, because 5 days tops. Because with the chariot energy, it's letting me know it's coming in really quick. This pile here, I'm also feeling like you're very connected to the universe with this situation here. Like the universe is guiding it. It's almost going to feel like your angels or your guides or your ancestors are bringing you together. I also feel for this pile, you may find a connection to the crescent moon. For some of you, I'm seeing the symbol of the crescent and the star, almost like, the symbolism for Islam. Um, Yeah, it's just coming in really fast. I do feel like this may be someone you're going to build a home with, or you already have a home and a family with. Um, it's just something about home. And I'm really feeling that this relationship is going to go very, very, very far due to the wisdom gained from past experiences that you've healed from. You two might have even done the healing work together. Whatever the case may be, love relationship is getting a boost and it is going to soar. It's going to go far. I feel like it's going to be an amazing, 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 amazing journey of you and someone that feels like one of them situations where you're like, where have you been my whole life? What the hell? Okay. Now on to the cards I did not flip yet. I'm so angry. Like I had to remember everything I said before. So, but with that crescent moon energy, I wanted to also mention that energy is going to be like magical to you. When there's a crescent moon in the sky, it's a good day to focus on your relationships, because I feel like they're going to have like an extra spark. Okay. So the next question was, what's been healed in the last cycle of your life? Okay. You have surrender. You learned how to let go and let the universe guide. You learned to trust. I feel like maybe at one time you did not. For this to be something you healed, there was a time where you did not trust. You were forcing and pushing when it came to relationships. You were unable to trust who you were being guided to or who was being guided towards you. And now you're at a point where you feel safe. You feel like you can just let go and trust. Recognition. So you might have some wounds around being recognized. I feel like, especially when it comes to friendships and relationships, you might have felt like the partners you had or friendships you had never saw the value you brought to the table. And that's been healed because you have come to realize that your value is recognized. Whether or not it could be accepted, it doesn't matter. But your guides are coming through to let you know that friendships and partnerships you've been in, those people that have lost you, they recognize that loss, and they do recognize what you meant in their lives. Perhaps you made them feel special, you made them feel like the king or queen, or just really great, powerful is what I'm hearing. You even empowered many people that you brought into your life. Trust and believe they still are growing from that time spent with you, and you have healed needing to be recognized for that. You have gotten to a point where you know your worth is what I'm hearing. Protection, that comes with being able to surrender. Well, 42, 43, I didn't even see that synchronicity. So you have been feeling more safe. You have been realizing that the universe has your back. Maybe at one point you didn't, and that's why you weren't surrendering. Control. You were trying to make things go the way you wanted them to go in your relationships. And now you're finally realizing you were being protected. Things that didn't work, heartache you had to deal with, because this is letting me know in this last cycle, you really healed some heartache. People really stabbed you in the heart, tried to break your heart. You really healed it. And these are like looking like crosses to me instead of swords. It just gives me an energy that it's like almost like you're being crucified just for being a good hearted person. Wow. Now you feel safe. You understand you're protected and you're allowing yourself to be led. You're letting go and letting God, or letting go and letting your ancestors, or the divine. You also have hope. All of that is synchronized. Well, damn, I didn't even notice that. 41, 42, and 43. So you have healed where you lost hope. You once again have regained your ability to believe that everything's flowing your way. I just heard the song like everything's going my way. All right. So this is, what you were working on in the last cycle that you were going through, healing your heartbreak, knowing that it's okay to let go of control and let the Most High lead you towards relationships that are better for you and push away those that are not. You've started to recognize your worth, whereas maybe you didn't before, and know that you are safe because your hopes and your dreams, what you want and you deserve in a relationship, is here. I was going to say it's coming in. They were like, no, it's here. The chariot has arrived. Okay. So, ooh, drop the card. Oh. So let's see. What's the role you'll be stepping into now? Who have you become now from this healing process you went through? Here we go with the task of making sure you can see everything. All right, so you have surfing rainbows on the moon. I'm probably going to go to the book for this card because it looks like it's going to be very interesting. So that's what you're stepping into now. You're going to be surfing rainbows on the moon. I feel like your intuition is going to be very high. Like you're just going to feel so good in this next cycle. This person just looks so happy, you know? And rainbows to me represent the ending of storms, the end of the storm, and moving into the clear. What the winter spirits know. And can I squeeze it in? If a cat curls around the moon. That's so cute because that's actually the cover of this deck. The Dream Weaver's Oracle. If a cat curls around the moon. So your connection to the moon is undeniable. You done got you're surfing rainbows on the moon. You got a cat. If a cat curls around the moon, you got the chariot with the crescent moon there. Like you got the moon here with protection. You're just all around connected to the moon. Yeah, I feel like this power, but really this is another crescent. So I feel like crescents are the most significant for you when it comes to relationships, relationship magic, but overall relationships, period, even spiritual, I'm hearing. But yeah, you just are connected to the energy of the moon, this power. You're a moon child, okay? So pay attention to the lunar vibes forecast that I post. They will really, really, really help you. So let's take a look at surfing rainbows on the moon. What is the essential meaning of this card besides what I already told you I felt? And it says, the power of imagination when led by inspiration and intuition, the source of innovative thinking and being playful. So I really feel like, yeah, you're going to be realizing at this time the only limits you have exist in your own perception. All right. Don't worry about how you get to somewhere. Don't limit yourself. Okay. Especially not now. Give wings to the vision for your life and commit to fly. Let the universe take care of the how. When you let your imagination soar, you discover that miracles can and do come true. And that's what's happening for you at this time. You're stepping into an energy where you are so assured that the universe got you, that you're carried, that things are going to just be falling into place. You don't even have to worry. Just do the things you want to do and let the how you're going to do it, let the universe take care of that. You've done enough, I'm hearing, in trying to push things to go in the directions you want them to go in. And now it's time for you to just let go and let, yourself be led. I do feel like this is a very happy time for you. It just gives me like a giddy energy, like hee hee hee, like just feeling really, really excited when it comes to this new cycle of relate in the realm of relationships. Okay. Um, and you have what the winter spirits know. Obstacles are moving out of your way. You went through a period where it might have felt like there were obstacles. You might have felt like things were not moving forward. Things had slowed down when it came to your relationships. Now you're stepping into a time where it's going to feel like things are moving quick. Like where it felt like, oh my God, nothing's moving here. It's going to feel like, oh snap, it's moving really quick. We went from just meeting each other to becoming best friends, or we went from best friends to like, this is like my sister or brother, or we went from being just boyfriend and girlfriend to, oh my God, they proposed. We went from being married to they want to renew their vows, or we're going on a honeymoon or something. Okay, so where it might have felt like your relationship or ships weren't moving, they were having a moment of pause so that the energy could regroup and some new energy could, come in. And that's what's happening at this time. New energy is coming in. And then you have if a cat curls around the moon. And this has a lot to do with being independent. So I do feel like, let me look in the book, and this is my spirit animal there. That's a big cat that looking like a tiger. And I love me a tiger. Okay. So it does speak of your relationships with people. You realize that as people we need each other, that we're not built to live on our own. And now you are being wholly supported as a unique being, able to love and be loved and be yourself, allowing healthy interdependence to replace the sticky quality of draining relationships. Isn't that bugged out how this had to do with relationships? I would have never thought that did not come through in a channel. That's why I'm glad I said, let me look at the book for this one, because I didn't pick that up. But no matter what your inquiry, when this shows up in a reading, it's a sign that you're going to be, and I'm putting it into the terms that fits for this question that was asked. You are going to be stepping back and assessing what you really want and how you really feel and how you want to feel. And then you're going to go in that direction. You're going to be more focused on what your needs are, I feel like. And that's the direction you're going to be heading in. Going towards what makes you feel good, safe, and protected. And I feel like your relationships are going to be ones where you feel protected, where you feel like you can surrender control and just be you, where you are recognized for your, greatness, and where you don't have to seek that recognition because the appreciation and love is just there. It's evident. And that's in a friendship or intimate relationship. So, lastly, your advice for the focus of your new cycle. This is your advice, as well as this last card. Oh, you kidding me? Look at the last card. And look at this card. I didn't even notice it's two birds. So remember I said the lotus here? And I said it's like this relationship grew in muck. It's really showing me that while you were going through your last healing process, you might have already met this person and y'all still got together even while dealing with the toxicity of what you had been through or what they even had been through. Focus on the new. Focus on growing your relationship look more toxic stuff in the background, but everything around them is beautiful. It just feels like you're going to be moved into a relationship where everything around you is going to be beautiful. No matter what's happening in the world, you guys energy is just going to radiate a love so great, even as friends, that you're not even going to notice anything else happening, any toxicity that's outside of you. It's almost like you guys will be in your own damn world. And this is like crazy. They're just literally saying focus on the relationship and don't focus on anything outside of it that's toxic or that wants to get in the way of it. This is something that's meant to be long term for a lifetime. And that's what you're going to be focused on and beginning in this new cycle of your life. And I hope that this resonated for you, my powerfuls. This is what I got for you today. If it did, please give me a thumbs up. If you're new to my channel, remember to subscribe so you can get notified when I go live or when I just upload. And everybody should always read the descriptions because they do mention if I have a workshop coming up where you could catch me live on my other platforms, Facebook and Instagram. And also, it'll tell you whether or not I'm doing personal readings and how to book one, which I am taking bookings at this time. And on that note, you guys, I'm sending you so much light and love on your journey. Peace, blessings, and all that good stuff that comes from being a part of this family of light. And I almost was about to say something about the fact that Power 4, you did start off with, I read it and then I had to read it. There's something about revisiting something I'm hearing. Some of you may find that some relationship you healed from may be revisited at this time and it may have a different energy because I see wisdom here. Somebody may have become more wise. Um, and remember, I said there are those that you've left behind that are recognizing and remember, there's just something with revisiting something. And if you already clicked that, you clicked off already because you said, oh shit, she doing her closing words, I'm out of here, then this wasn't for you. But if you're still here right now, you may find an old friendship or an ex returning. Okay. And trust it's being divinely guided your way because of the healing work you've done. So maybe either you need to heal something further with this person, or because you've done this healing work, they were doing theirs in their own place. Now you guys can come together. All right. So again, peace, blessings, and abundance of prosperity and amazing love because you hung around here to hear this last part. So you get an extra burst of blessings for being a part of, this comes from being a part of this family of light. Love you guys. Until next time. Bye. Hey guys, I wanted to let you know that I am currently taking bookings for personal readings again. So if you're interested and you need a little bit more personalized insight, just send me an email to getintoit.amina@gmail.com.